Hi everyone, welcome to On the Spectrum Kitchen. Guess what? Today is Global Movie Day. So I thought today would be a fun idea to make a day at the movies cupcake. It's a vanilla cupcake with candy inside. It's dipped with chocolate ganache, topped with soda pop buttercream frosting, and garnished with some popcorn. Alrighty, let's get baking. Alrighty, I gotta get batteries from my iPod remote. First things first, preheat your oven to 350 and prep your cupcake pans with liners and set them aside. Gonna go fork and whisk. Should be something different today. So first things first, we're gonna work on the dry. So you're gonna need 1.5 cups of AP flour. Oops, I nearly dropped them, but it's a disaster. 1.5 teaspoons of baking soda. And 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Alright, whisk it until combined. Okay, now we're going to set it aside and work on the white ingredients. So first things first, you're going to need 1/2 cup of melted butter. And you're going to need 1 cup of granulated sugar. And we're going to mix until combined. Let me just speed this up a little. Oh, too much. Okay. So your batter should look so far something like this, if you can tell. Okay. All right. Next, we're going to take 2 large room temperature eggs. Well, obviously, so I don't get any yolks on them. And we will add the eggs one at a time. And we're going to beat them in within each addition. I guess it's a consistency thing when you do that, just to make sure they're all binded together and stuff. Okay. Add in the other one. I got a little tape on me up. Now I'll use my apron. I really have to start getting a paper towel or something. Okay. Next we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. And I just remembered I added 1 teaspoon by mistake. Man, I am losing my mind. Super easy fix. You know the drill. Do what the recipe says, not what I say. Okay. Added them the best I could. Alright, anyway, we're going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla extract. Yeah, vanilla cupcakes with vanilla, am I right? Oh, I forgot to mix the egg. It'll happen. Okay. That's ready. Just remember the candy. I'm going to need a spoon to sprinkle mine. You can use whatever candy you want. You're going to use a candy bar. Make sure you chop it up nicely. For me, I'm going to use peanut butter M&Ms. These things are delicious. If you've never had one, I encourage you to get some. Try them as a treat every now and then. Right. Now, we are going to add half of the flour mixture. That should be enough. And we're going to mix that until it's combined. I can't believe it's Global Movie Day. So cool. Let me know in the comments what your favorite movie is. For me, it all depends on what's going on. But if I had to pick a favorite movie altogether, it's definitely Ratatouille. It's my favorite, one of my favorites anyway. Alright, I'm gonna get the spatula, which I should have grabbed earlier. Man, I'm a hot mess lately. Okay, off camera, a bunch of things were falling on me. Nothing too huge. I guess I'm a hot mess. Okay, let's go. Now we're gonna add half a cup of milk. It might splatter a little bit, so brace yourselves. Make sure you scrape the sides of the bowl as it's being mixed. Goes for all the wet and stuff. Okay. Now we're gonna add the rest of the flour mix. Just mix that until combined. Now for the candy, you can either fold it into your batter, or you can just sprinkle it on the top once it's in the lighters. Me, I'm going to sprinkle them. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. Remember to scrape down the sides so you make sure you get all the flour mixture. Same with the rest of the other ingredients you put in the mixer. Let me know in the comments if I'm making sense. Sometimes I never know if I'm making sense. Okay, this is good. Okay. That was looking good. I've never had it this thick before. I think it's the sugar to butter ratio that's the problem. Who knows? Tell me in the comments what your favorite movie candy is. For me, it all depends on the mood, but I love either M&M peanut butter or Reese's Pieces. I guess it's the chocolate peanut butter thing that I like. But every now and then I'll take a good Twizzlers. Oh, this is looking lovely. Let's try it. This batter's delicious! God, if I could eat raw, I could. Oh, I promise there's raw eggs in it, so I really can't. That's some flour in the stand mixer, but that's okay. Okay, I am gonna go grab one of the liners. Can't find my usual scooper, so I'm just going to use a measuring cup instead to improvise. Or you can also use an ice cream scooper. I don't have the right kind anyway. Okay, we're going to keep scooping until they're filled. the batter is filled. I always prepare 2 extra pans just in case, but this time I only needed 1. A first. Rare, actually. Some batter dropped on the floor, unfortunately, so that's alright. Okay, so like I said, you can either fold the candy into the batter, or, or bullseye, whatever. Or you can simply take a small spoonful like this. Here. Like this. And just gently sprinkle them on the top like so. I really love watching movies and stuff. They're really fun. I actually have a separate movie review blog. It's called summeratthemovies.blogspot.com. And actually, it's just a heads up. My name is actually spelled Sommer instead of Su because my parents wanted me to say it out. I'll put a link in the description below so you can be able to check it out yourselves if you ever want to. The batter might overflow a little, just a heads up, but that's okay. All right. Okay. Now that's done. We're going to pop these in the oven for a good 20 minutes. And once they're cooled, we're going to get started on the chocolate ganache. Okie dokie. Cupcakes are almost done cooling, so we're going to get started on the ganache. Now, it really all depends on how many cupcakes were made for you to make it. I don't know. I'm going to go on a limb here and say possibly a 1/4 cup of chocolate chips or less. So I'll be using that much of an amount. Set that aside for a few minutes. Now you're going to take some heavy cream. And add just a little bit. And man, I can't wait to get a new stove. I'm gonna get a lighter real quick because my gas stove's at that point, unfortunately. Okay. Sorry about this, guys. I really should know better by now. Don't worry, I'll be getting a new stove soon. I know I've been saying that, but I am. Okay, now make sure you bring that to a simmer. It's gonna take a few minutes, so get ready to prep your frosting ingredients in the meantime. Okay, it's been brought to a simmer. Make sure you don't bring it to a boil; it doesn't get too hot. Now we are gonna add it to the chocolate. All right, now we're gonna add it to the heavy cream. By the way, you can use whatever chocolate chips you want. I'm using dark chocolate and a little white chocolate, just in case. If the heavy cream covers the chocolate chips too much, I recommend adding a little more. It's a good thing I have an extra thing of chocolate chips in case this happened. All right, oh, hot. Now we're gonna let that sit for a few minutes. Okay, this might be a little much, but that's okay. Oh, that's the butter. It's softened. Oops, more like melted. Oh well, I'll make it work. Anyway, on to the buttercream. Let that ganache sit for a few minutes. Okay, while the butter is trying to get soft, I really had to eyeball it because my microwave is a tad finicky. I'm gonna give it another 10 seconds. So in the meantime, we're gonna whisk the ganache. You know, I'm super paranoid. It should be done by now. Okay, I'm paranoid when it comes to my stuff. Now we're gonna gently stir the ganache. If you have any extra, you could do whatever you want with it. You could store it. Heck, you can even drizzle it for all I care. That's optional. Ooh, it's optional now. Okay. Because I made the mistake of using this kind of bowl, I am going to whisk it carefully. If you think it needs to set for a few more minutes longer, you do that. You do you, man. You do you. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on the music. My bad. Okay. If I'm being honest, I think I'm doing better at improving the volume on the music. I know one of my comments told me they couldn't hear a thing. I think I know which one. I think it was the video when I made ratatouille, and that's on me. I apologize. You all always let me know in the comments how I'm doing with the music selection. Okay, the ganache is looking good. Some of the chocolate may be having trouble melting. That's okay. We'll figure it out. Alright. Now, onto the buttercream. Oh, this is just the butter that flew in there. My bad. I really gotta start testing this before. Okay, so anyway, we're gonna add 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks, and we're gonna add 2 cups of powdered sugar. Make sure you sift it beforehand, otherwise it'll get clunky and it won't work out well. Alright, now we're going to gently mix it until it's combined. We're going to cream it. And it's going to be pale, light, and fluffy, although you might want to... And powdered sugar's exploding all over me. Plan B. Simply just cover it up. I have a lot of cleaning to do later. Okay, let's try this again. Now this may take a few minutes, so be patient. Alright. This is what we're looking for, in case you can see or not. Okay, now we're going to add 4 tablespoons of soda pop. In Michigan we call it pop. In the South you call it soda. Call it whatever you want. I'm using soda pop for this video. You can use any kind you want. I'm going to use Coca-Cola. And we're going to mix it until combined. Speed it up if you have to. Not too fast, otherwise there's a risk of making it curl. Okay, where's the spatula? Okay, I almost knocked some stuff over. You're going to want to scrape off whatever gets stuck. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? This may take a few minutes, so hang tight. Again. That should be fine, actually. Okay, now on the rest of the ingredients, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 2 tablespoons of milk. Okay. Now we're going to gently mix this until it's combined. Scrape as you go if you need to. You'll know when it comes together. Okay, so if the frosting looks like it may not be coming together, just pop it in the fridge for a few minutes and it should be able to work. And we will get started on the popcorn in the meantime. Okie dokie. So, I've put the frosting in the fridge for a few minutes to help it set. And the camera's a little lopsided. Sorry. Lopsided. Now, you can either cook your popcorn on the stove or in the microwave. This time I'm going to use the microwave. And get this is literally movie theater popcorn. What are the odds, huh? So, microwave it as directed. I'm going to pop it in for 1 minute and 50 seconds. After several failed attempts with popcorn, I learned the best way is to go for 2 minutes. We knock off 10 seconds. It's gonna be a little while before it pops, so. Hear that? That's the sound everyone loves. Sometimes I prefer fresh popcorn, but on the side I also like the microwavable stuff. Let me know in the comments what you like. Alright, once that's done, we're gonna let it like cool for a minute or two, and then we're finally gonna assemble. About time. That frosting took a lot out of me. Okay, now we're finally gonna frost. Full disclosure, the frosting did not cooperate, so if it looks curdled, don't worry about it. I think it's just the Coke. You might want to let it breathe for a while. Scoop out any excess that's dripping. And just pop them back into the freezer for a few minutes. Oh boy, okay, yeah. The Coke wasn't fully incorporated enough, so that's on me. I'm not so sure what went wrong, but yeah, let the Coke or soda pop breathe at room temp for a few minutes. I'm gonna pop these back in the fridge for a few minutes and then we'll garnish with popcorn. And then yeah, there you have it. A day of the movie cupcakes with nice vanilla candy, chocolate ganache, and very disastrous soda pop buttercream. You might want to let your soda pop sit in room temp for a few minutes. Thanks for watching today's On the Spectrum Kitchen. If you like what you saw, like, comment, subscribe, and share with your friends. Please follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I'll put the recipe in the description below. Excuse me, in case you ever want to make yourself one day. Have a good day, everybody. Bye.